Welcome back. You are watching NewsCentre. Samsung has launched two new folding phones that are thinner and lighter than their previous models. These launches come at a time when the company is facing stiff competition from the likes of Motorola, Oppo, among others. Ashmit Kumar caught up with Raju Pullan, Senior Vice President Mobile Business, Samsung India, and began by asking him about the company's expectations in the India market following this launch and also competition with Apple and other Chinese players.
In fact, the fifth generation of foldables has actually revived the entire energy around the foldable category. While we continue to be almost 90% we continue to hold 90% market share in the foldable category. The new Galaxy Z Flip 5 and the Galaxy Z Fold 5 with its new avatar has created a lot of ripples there. Our pre-reserves are shooting off the roof. So hopefully we'll come back and we'll create very good excitement in the Flip and the Flip 5 and the Fold 5 category soon.
I think anytime Samsung comes out with a premium product, the next big talking point, of course, is kitne ka hai, what does the pricing look like? Now, we got a sense of what the figures are. The initial response was, is it too much? Is it too aggressive, the pricing? Just want to get your understanding. We're standing at a time when discretionary spends are under pressure. There are some macro headwinds as well. How do you plan to cope with that in terms of being able to penetrate the market with the prices on offer?
So, Ashmit, whenever we look at our premium category, it's not necessarily the price. Those consumers are looking for value addition in their products. Sure. And that is where we bring this big lever of affordability. And we pack this with a 24 months EMI. Samsung Finance Plus. Last year we did almost $1 billion on Samsung Finance Plus. And we look forward a lot of new to credit consumers acquiring the Flip and the Fold. And that's what will continue to drive this category.
You mentioned that these are marquee products for you. We sort of gauged that by the larger than life Galaxy Unpacked event that we had, where we also in fact spoke about, we had a number of journalists coming over from across the world. Give us a sense in terms of Make in India. These are flagship products will they be made in India? Will they be manufactured in India? Can we see them coming out of the Noida facility? That is one more question that many people would also be asking for.
I'm actually very, very happy to say that India will have the Flip 5 and the Fold 5 along with the rest of the world at the same time. And the entire range of the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and the Z Fold 5 is being made out of our Noida plant from day one.
That's interesting to hear. Give us a sense now of your outreach and your retail program. We've seen Samsung devices go online. There's also a push being given towards brick and mortar retail stores. What will be the strategy for such a premium product in terms of pricing and competition?
This is a very interesting category and we are super excited. It's growing by almost 300% and we are actually truly expanding the category, and we take this ownership in investing in this category at retail and in the online space. So we are, across all the channel points, we are ensuring that Samsung the Flip and the Fold will be available there. This year, almost, 1.6x 6x of retail expansion has been done. Our retail investments have gone up, and we are seeing that from the the pre-reserve that's actually happening right now. As the GA was happening yesterday, almost 15,000 retailers across the country were watching it live, along with few of their esteemed consumers who are looking forward to the new foldables from Samsung.
Give us a sense on the competition, Mr. Pullan. Apple is the biggest competitor that you have, but they have no device in the foldable segment. The only competition in the upcoming weeks and months would be from Chinese players. Give us a sense of where things stand with respect to the competition, a picture on the competitive pressures, and whether you remain confident of achieving the leadership that you have in the broader market.
So we always at Samsung believe that innovation backed by consumer-centric technology is at the core of our entire, category creation. And competition, we welcome competition, and competition is always healthy for the business. While we continue to push the boundaries of innovation, and we are now redefining these boundaries with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Flip 5.
A word on Apple: while they may not be present in the foldable segment, They're very much present in the premium segment. Give us a sense of how things are positioned for you in the premium segment in the Indian market. That's where there's a lot of cutting-edge competition.
So, as per analysts, we are the fastest growing brand in H1. And we will continue to keep the momentum. And with the launch of the GalaxyZ Flip 5 in that price segment and the Z Fold 5, we will consolidate our position in India in the premium segment as well.
The final word, this time on the larger market. It's been nearly, I understand, 3 quarters that Samsung has enjoyed dominance as far as the overall market is concerned. Give us a sense of, number one, where things stand in terms of the overall competition. That's cappuccino, I think, with sugar.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So probably the next one will come in, yeah.
And a sense of the overall market, where things stand. It's been 3 quarters now. Initially, there were analysts who dismissed it as perhaps a blip, that this is merely a blip, maybe merely an aberration. But Samsung has performed over the 3 quarters and has yielded some results. So give us a sense on this leadership that Samsung has acquired.
So Ashmit, Samsung is a full range player, right? We've got products starting from the entry 5G to the foldables out there. And that's actually what helping us drive market creation. I'm happy to state that we continue to grow year on year versus last year. And of course, analysts also say that, quarter on quarter, that is, we are moving ahead on our leadership position. We'll continue to consolidate our leadership in India. And of course, with the new, foldable launches, we will improve our overall leadership position in the smartphone category.
I think the coffee is just in time for our last and final question. The question I want to ask you, Mr. Pullan, is that, and this again is about the larger market, we're standing at a time where we are seeing some amount of macroeconomic headwinds. There are question marks being raised on discretionary spends. As the head of the mobile division for Samsung India, does that cause concern for you going forward when you look at these questions being raised on discretionary spends, on savings, and on macroeconomic headwinds?
When we did internal consumer research, when we did our consumer research among existing consumers and prospective buyers, those consumers are actually, many consumers, or most of the consumers are looking at not value for money products, but products that can add value to their life, value to their overall productivity and capability. And that's what we bring on the table. We are cautiously optimistic about our growth, but we see very strong tailwinds for H2 that is to come, and a very good festive season. We will lead that with new category launches, new segment launches, as well as driving the 5G first strategy in India is something that we will continue to work on, backed with very strong affordability programs.
Moving on, the Indian hospitality industry is gearing up to cater to guests who are adopting a more environment-conscious lifestyle, specifically